Dear core members, it is not the time to bore. It is actually time, a call for you to think, right? Over the social media, all over the place, we saw that Nigeria has been able to put into their promise of paying 77,000 naira to all core members. Everyone is rejoicing and all of that. But do not take the euphoria of the enjoyment and forget about what this actually means and how you can maximize it. Okay, so if this is your first time coming to my channel, all right, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe, put on the notification bell. If you're on Facebook, follow, and I'm going to share with you why. This message is basically for core members or even graduates who are about to go for service, or even those that are even done with service or about to finish their service. All right. Incredible. 12 months can be the best. These 12 months can be the best month of your life. These 12 months can be the worst month of your life, because at the end of the tunnel shows the remnants of your choices. And so one thing I want you to pay attention to as a core member, as a graduate about to go for service, and someone who is about to leave service, what I'm going to advise you is for you to sit down, go back to the drawing board. We started with 19,800. There was a time it was 9,800. Over time, it became 19,800. From there, it became 33K. From there, we now have 77K Nigerian currency. And so watch what is going on. As this is increasing, things in the market will keep increasing. But the problem is that how many, each and every one of us, are actually increasing ourselves. Because money is not a poverty alleviation scheme. If it is, all the money that your uncles and your parents spent on you, where are they? How much have you been able to multiply them? The excuse I normally get is, I am a student, but you have a brain and you have been taught in school to do one or two things. Now, one thing I want you to pay attention to is, it's not about the amount of money that have been given to you. Forget about the emotions. Follows the laws of wealth, right? Most of you have not thought about the business. Most of you cannot capture a vision or use the power of your imagination, because over time in school, you have been hypnotized. To crown it all, in universities, you were not taught wealth education for what it is. You were not taught financial management for what it is. This is because even the teachers who might actually teach something about business administration, whatever have you, do not have a business. They don't know they don't have experience in the business lane. Most of them don't know what it means to start a business and see it succeed. So they taught you out of curriculum that was written. That's what they taught you. Every single year, they read those things, they lecture you, and that's the end. So you come out in the field and you are confused. So when they give you 77,000, you are rejoicing. No, it's not a time to rejoice. It's a time to actually sit down and think, what is my vision for life? This can be an opportunity for me, because all over the place, people think that money is in short supply. No, let me tell you the truth. Even those who are complaining Nigeria is doing this, that's a lie. There is no poor country. We only have poor nation. What makes a nation is individual human capital, individual choices, individual value systems. So when you now see that people are saying that money is in short supply, no, that's not true. What is in short supply is value creation. So a lot of people desire what they do not deserve, because they have not created the value that money will definitely keep coming. So many people now make money, but because they don't know what it means to manage money, they don't have any idea or knowledge about wealth education, they will make that money and lose it. And so that's why, because you don't know this and you have not developed that discipline of wealth education or creation or value creation, what is going to happen is that 77,000 times 12 will give you 924,000. You will see it as something large. Watch what will happen to you, because you have not become the person that will maximize that money. What is going to happen is that You start spending that money until the last month, of that particular of your PPA. You will not start thinking, what next? That is the way we have been wired based on the school structure. And remember what I always tell you, education is personal, school is general. So if you really want to help yourself, this is the time to be able to gain access to mentors. I'm telling you the truth, this is what you can do. Don't go and spend that money, because what is going to happen is that even your parents, when they made money, they spent it. Most of them, they don't have investment. They just were able to give you food to eat and sponsor you through school. That's not what you want to do. You want to bring value to the table. And this can be an opportunity for you to have the financial confidence to be able to bring up that idea that you have, or that imagination that have been in your heart, or that passion that have been dwelling in your heart out. Because now you are now able to move to someone who have been able to succeed, or what it means to actually manage finance physically. This can be your practical period. See, don't be like every other core member coming through this live series, because most core members are going to spend that money because they don't know what it is to manage money. They don't know what it is to multiply money. They lack financial independence intelligence. Let me put it that way. Because your university lecturers, they don't know. I'm not blaming them, but that's the reality. And so we have to be able to know where we are coming from so that we know what we are doing. So we don't blame the people who taught us because things were not right. They did their best. But when you die, you are going to be judged by your own choices. And today is one of those days that you are going to choose what exactly that you want to do. Wealth education, they did not teach you. Finance management, they did not teach you. Even if they gave it to you on paper, they don't even have business, even those who are teaching business administration. So it's better. What I'm recommending for you is to find a mentor. If you have a vision, if you have a goal, right? Find a mentor. And that's your PPA. Don't just go to any PPA and form, I'm a core member. They are paying me 77,000. You are poor if money is the only thing you have. So you need to improve the capacity of yourself, because it is preparing you for what is ahead. All right. So instead of spending the money, understand the rules of finance so that you will not get stranded by the last month of your service year. I hope this makes a lot of sense to you. Get a mentor, and don't just go to get a mentor. Find the one based on what you have found out about yourself. What is your vision for life? And remember, vision is not just the future, because future is an illusion. Vision is what you can see based on who you are now. So automatically, vision can be expanded if you improve the knowledge and the content of yourself. If you go out there to finish this money, nobody is even going to promise you another money when you graduate. Even your parents will now say, my daughter, my son is a graduate now, which means they will leave everything for you to start life, because now they have trained you to be able to make your own decision. This is the time for you to get mentorship if you don't have a mentor. If you're not engaging in personal development, this is the time for you to do that. It's not the time to ball. Hold on. There are times to ball when you must have been able to engage different things. That's why when you see rich men, when you see wealthy people, they are not everywhere. They are somewhere, and you need to go and find them. So stay under someone who have actually succeeded in that thing that you want to succeed. And then take away that money, because if that money overshadows you, that's where your confidence is. And there is little that you are going to bring to the table if money is your driving force, because money will come and go. So it is time for value creation, and then embracing mentorship to understand how life works and how success works, so that whatever that is put in your hands, you rejoice. And you know the basic thing. I don't want to say this, but I just want to help every core member and every other person who cares to listen. One thing I will tell you is Nigeria has given us a mindset that money is the problem. Let me tell you, money is not the problem. Money is not the problem. As a matter of fact, people are making money, but they don't know how to manage the money they make. That's why the moment you see people, they have business, they have brands, money is coming in. Now, where is it going? They don't even know. So for you, now money is coming in, is even coming on a higher note. Don't rejoice. Go and find out how to manage, how to multiply, how a system works, how you can build a leveraging platform that can help you to keep coming in. It's about generating cash flow. All right. It takes a level of wisdom. It takes wisdom. It takes virtue. It takes character to sustain it. It's not about getting it, because before you know it, 12 months is gone. And then you start life afresh, so that you can be able to build a level of confidence when you come into a workspace. You are coming from a point of knowledge, and that knowledge is based on practice, because you are learning from a mentor and because you understand how money works. So you are the person who creates the money, because that's why God gave you the power to create wealth. So he did not give you money. So because he gave you the power to create wealth, that wealth being created is based on the value that you bring to the table. Because when he knows that you are able to bring that value, he can now entrust things to you. That's why God entrusts things to you. And that's why he helps you to go through process. Don't rejoice about that 77K. Nigeria is going to close your eyes. Our leaders, they know what they are doing, so that you stop disturbing them, and so they can be able to do whatever they want. Now is the time for you to engage your human capital. Now is the time for you to pay attention to what it means to be a producer, not a consumer. Because even most of your parents, they made money and spent it. That's why the things that they were able to do with that strategy of managing money was just to take you to school. Sometimes they have even normalized telling you there is no money. Who told you there is no money? The point is that value is on shortage supply. And that's why money is not flowing. It's not flowing in your direction because there is no value. It doesn't mean that money is in short supply. So let your confidence not be in money. Money is the language. I mean, value is the language of money. It only comes to those who have the value. So if you want to develop the content of yourself and the value of yourself, this is the best time to do it. That money, you have been given excuses. You don't have money to buy course. You don't have money to get mentors. This is the time. That 77,000, invest it in yourself, so that you can be able to harvest value that is going to blow the whole world, that will make them to keep bringing money in different sources for you. It is wisdom. I'm telling you, it is wisdom to see a tree that have roots as your potentials, and then that particular tree, that wooden part of that shoot part of it, is where wisdom connects the roots from the shoot that will bear fruit. Until you understand this thing, you will see that there is always a channel to whatever thing that comes. So don't throw away your potentials and start having conversation feeling that you have arrived. This is just the beginning. And I hope you maximize this particular. Oh, I can say 𝗷𝗏𝗏𝗏. Thank you for joining the live session. If you know that core member that needs to hear this, if you know that graduate that is about to rush his service year without thinking about the vision, without thinking about the purpose of his life, without thinking the next direction, share this video to them, because the envy is less when everyone is succeeding. Let us be in the plate and in the table of value more than it is about money. Money comes and goes, and it only flows in the direction of people who have value. 12 months is not a long time. It will come and go, just like 2024 just finished. Everybody was like, 2024, like that. We're already in March, heading to April. And that is the 4th month of the year. And before you know it, 2025 will finish. And that your service year will come and end. What happens to you next? So this is the time for you to think, so that you know where to invest, so that you can harvest. So that when other people are complaining, you know you're not part of those creation. All right? So use your creative mind, engage your imagination, and find out what it is. And then meet people who are able to help you achieve those goals, so that you can be able to make headway. I still remain your friend, and your go-to-get edupreneur, founder of the Confident Global Champions Network, Mrs. 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. And until I come your way again in the next episode of Life Unscripted, don't forget, life is unscripted. It only takes your discipline to pick up a pen and a paper to write your script, because there are defining moments and there are redefining moments. Wake up today to be able to live the life that you are proud of, and not the one people recommend. Till then, bye.